Come drop that. Hey, Thirst, come drop that.
What's this?
Alrighty, welcome to tonight's show where we have Noc Tuah versus Whale Immunity. Appreciate you all for coming out and everything like that and hanging out with us as we get the show on the road here. We're going to get right into drafting here as we have Noc Tuah and Whale going through the first three bands here. Noc Tuah choosing to ban out Bard, Belvath, and Gragas. Really looking to focus out on taking out Whale Immunity, Gragas, top laner. And on Whale's side, we have Darius, Amumu, and Pantheon ban out. I do know that the top laner for Whale Immunity is a Darius, one trick. So this should be interesting to see how things go. We got Noc Tuah picking up Ivern first, and Mordekaiser for Whale Immunity. Ivern was only picked up one game last week by Feet or FF. So it should be interesting to see if Noc Tuah can pull it out. Meanwhile, Mordekaiser and Gwen have been picked up multiple times over the week last time around. So we should see how things go. Once again, we have some predictions going on here as well. So a few little neat things that we can finally do now that the page is affiliate. So if you have not done so, hit your predictions on who will win tonight, Noc Tuah or Whale Immunity. And we'll look to give that out. I guess I should probably preface a little bit better. Who will win game 1? So that way we could see how things go. Alrighty, we got on the side of Noc Tuah, Ivern, Akali, Galio pickup. So you're going to have that massive front line with Galio, of course, in Ivern. It'll be interesting to see where Galio was going to go. And on Whale Immunity side, we got Mordekaiser, Gwen, and Tristana being the last pickup. Interestingly enough, from last week, Akali was close up there for the top 4 bans. She tied multiple ban champs between Pantheon, Poppy. Yeah, there was one more, and let me grab my information sheet so I can tell you exactly which ones they were. So we had Jace, Poppy, Pantheon, Yone, and Akali all banned 5 times last week. So it'll be nice to see Akali being picked up. She was not picked last week at all. So we should see how things go. Rel always hitting into that banner pick as well. And we got Jinx being picked up here. Jinx was one of the only champs that was picked most last week for top, and with a 50% win rate, so not overly too bad on that side of things. And we got Driven being banned out by Whale Immunity here as well. We got Yone being banned out, which is definitely going to put him up higher on the list within week 2. So this should be interesting to see how the bans and picks end up throughout the week. But of course, Yone being a champion that can definitely turn team fights around. Alrighty, we got Nami being picked up. Lucian's the only champ from last week being able to come in with that 100% win rate, so we'll see if Whale Immunity can keep it up. And then we got Senna being picked up on the Noc Tuah side of things, so we're definitely going to probably see a Senna Nami bot lane with Galio mid and Akali top, or it might be vice versa. Looking like we're going to have a Lucian Nautilus lock in here with Whale Immunity. that will be a Nautilus pickup. It seems like everything's good to go. Let me just double check here with the parties to see, as they are getting into game and already starting to do the tournament draft bands out and all that kind of stuff. So we are going to go all over to our highlight match, see how things go. Stand up, take a breather, grab some water, and enjoy the show here in a little bit. We were gonna get right into game, but it seems like someone already DC'd, so we're just gonna keep it going for a little bit while we get everything going. Alright, we're readying up here. Let's get into game, and let's get the show on the road. Apparently I pressed the wrong button. So, there we go. As I say that, we get a leg spike. Riot.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Already looks like we got whale immunity looking at the 5-man shuffle here bot side. Meanwhile, we have Noc Tuah here, 5-man as well. So let's see who's going to get spotted out first. Looks like we're going to get a nasty level 1 fight here as Hurricane Ryan looking like he's going to come into that bush. Does not know that all 5 members of Noc Tuah is in there. Look at that taunt. Hurricane's got to flash out. 10 Wolf falls down for first blood. 2 will fall to Ivern. Meanwhile, Cheeky the fish able to escape. No, Tristana picks up another kill. And Nami falls, and Tristana will get that feat on her own with a 3-0. If Noc Tuah would have been able to pick that up, that would have been huge. But unfortunately, the level 1s for whale immunity was just far outreaching. Now, remember, you still got a few minutes here to submit your predictions on who will win Game 1, Whale Immunity or Noc Tuah. After that first game, I would definitely probably be putting my points to Whale Immunity. We got the hook landing on Senna. Expedition playing Senna on ADC. Meanwhile, Bobby Destroyer getting absolutely decimated by Rylan on Tristana. And Tristana will pick up another kill and go 4-0. Meanwhile, you got Hurricane Ryan taking quite a bit of damage, but Surge Sandwich Man not able to get that damage. Tristana's looking like she's going to roam down here. Senna getting hit. Once again, able to land that knockback. Will Hurricane Ryan fall? Hurricane Ryan will fall. Meanwhile, Lucian, Cheeky the fish, getting that extra DPS. However, Ivern here to back them up. Not able to land the W. Those autos become quite devastating from Senna. This is not a fun game for Galio. Starlight looking like trying to do some DPS to trying on the Mordekaiser. We got Gamerman and Ivern. Will Ignite be enough? Not quite enough to finish him off. So Gwen looking like trying to invade the Ivern. Not really doing much to him. And we're going to have some resets while Rylan will keep punishing that mid lane. That 4-0 Tristana definitely going to be an issue. Sort of just quieted it down on the map here. Looking like we might try and do something here bot side. Hurricane Ryan able to land that hook once again. Nami with the knock up. Meanwhile, you got Gamer Man here with Ivern kind of hovering around bot side. Another hook land, and Cheeky the Fish has slain a Surf Sandwich Man. Hurricane Ryan's devastating with those hooks. We got the ultimate coming out on try and onto the Akali. Akali will just step back into their tower. Looking like Gwen is soloing Dragon. 10-half. Looking like Nami is going to come pop a ward up here, maybe. We've got a ward. We got vision. 10-half is quite low. We're able to take that dragon. Another hook out by Nautilus. And the bubble will miss. Meanwhile, Bobby. Got the Ignite coming out. Will it be enough? Looks like this time it'll be Starlight that gets away with just a sliver of health from the Ignite. We got 25 stacks on the Senna. Red 10-half has secured the Voidlings as well as Drag. We've got the knock up on the bubble. Hurricane Ryan. Rylan will just W out. I believe that's the W. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Hurricane Ryan just in that bush by himself. Meanwhile, we got Starlight trying, just fighting. Ivern looking like he's coming down bot. Through Sandwich Man. Unable to land that bubble. Got the flash forward. Hurricane Ryan, knock up from Galio. Tristana's there to support. Looking like they're going to just back off. Tally engage on to trying. Not enough to kill him. As trying uses ultimate. And the Senna ult will finish off Mordekaiser. Meanwhile, Gamerman will pick up the kill on Nautilus. Cheeky the Fish having the flash successfully. And looking like mid will fall as Rylan looks to take mid. Bobby Destroyer engage on. Can't really deal with that Tristana. That's 4-0. Censored Mercy, thank you for the follow. We just met our follow goal. As for who's up, it is still game 1. So it's 1-1. Currently right now, I would say Whale Immunity is up. But with 3K, almost 4K gold difference. But we know how things can quickly change as Lucian. And we got Mordekaiser and Akali fighting top side once again. And just all the pings. Bobby Destroyer. Little out of place. When pinging towards the wolves. Expedition looking on Cheeky Fish, not able to land the snare. Sir Sandwich Man taking that full R almost from Lucian. Meanwhile, we got Akali top side on Rylan with the Ignite coming in. Rylan. And we got Tristana falling to Akali. Meanwhile, Lucian falling to Ivern. Ex-Gamerman really making those Ivern plays come into handy. Meanwhile, trying 10-half, we got a battle coming in. Starlight able to land on the backside. Falling pretty low. Set up X from down below, able to get those. Meanwhile, trying, gonna pick up the kill on Galio. They kind of all chase that Tristana and kind of let that Mordekaiser kind of escape. Nami on the backside will get knocked up. Starlight able to hit onto Tristana. Tristana will fall to Akali. Meanwhile, we have Iron here in a bad spot. Trying will fall to Akali. Akali's getting very devastating. Here, looking like Akali's going to pick up a triple kill onto Starlight. And the game has definitely just turned as Noc Tuah is definitely not saying... Looks like X-Gamer-Man and Nami will pick up Rift Herald onto Noc Tuah. And this game is turning out to be much closer. Starlight bringing out the first time we see Akali this season and really coming out pretty good. Meanwhile, Bobby the Destroyer onto Rylan. Kind of questioning the decision onto here with both Gwen and Nautilus to back up. So that Gallia was kind of just going to his death. Let's get a... We got 51 stacks here. Meanwhile, Senna. Looking like Senna's gonna kill her husband. No, it will be Sir Sandwich Man. Meanwhile, 10 Half and Rylan just pushing out on that bot side. Starlight here on the bot side. Senna ult coming down. 10 Half. Looking like they're coming down. And Galley ult a little late. As Starlight just can't seem to connect with those shurikens to be able to follow up. But I think Hurricane will fall pretty easily to Starlight. Maybe not. Maybe I spoke too soon. Come on, Starlight. Okay, there we go. There we go. We got a dragon falling over to Noc Tuah as well. We'll actually do the prediction here for... Meanwhile, Rylan does pick up another kill on that Galio. Will fall. Go forward. Can Nami finish it? Sir Sandwich Man just auto. Oh. Make sure you go ahead and use those channel points to predict. Who do you think game one will go to? Whale Immunity or Noc Tuah? Hurricane Ryan sitting in that bush. Meanwhile, Senna's just happy to let this game go on and farm. Personally, I'm also happy to just let this game go on and not be too much action, because that allows me to eat my popcorn and enjoy. Starlight, looking like might be in a little bit of a problem here. Does come out of the Ivern, and looking like they're trying to kill. We'll get 10-half. Galio coming in with the... Correct. Meanwhile, we got Expedition literally just walking right into Lucian, and will follow Lucian almost easily. I think they were more worried about Darius, the Darius ban, than the Akali. And seeing at this, looking at on how it's being played, I think the Darius would have been more, might have been a little bit more impactful in this game, almost, compared to the Akali. Meanwhile, Sir Sandwich Man able to hit that knockup, will be left to by Ivern to die. Meanwhile, we got Starlight in a bad spot, and Cheeky the Fish will pick up. I will say this, thank you, Lindsay, for the very first subscriber to ACL. Much appreciated. Yep, being one of the first. I shouldn't say one of the first. The very first. Let's take a look at the predictions here. Looking like 79% to Whale Immunity. Starlight looking for that kill. Will get dragged into Trying's ultimate, but will kill him. Meanwhile, we got the Nami ult out, able to knock up the entire team in Galio, but it doesn't matter. Tristana and Lucian together are just too strong, and Senna wasn't a part of that team fight. Looking like we're going to try and get another pick here. Get a check on Senna. 73 souls so far. Sir Sandwich Man not quite able to hit the knockup on Rylan. Starlight missing that shuriken. Falling through. Senna will get the shutdown onto Tristana. That's definitely one. Meanwhile, you got the flash over here and the taunt onto Hurricane Ryan. Starlight are into the team fight. Gwen on the backside here. Galio knocking up. Gwen, Expedition will pick up the kill onto 10-half as well. as 10.5 falls to that setup, and Mordekaiser just down here enjoying his time, smacking in him. Looking like Noc Tuah is going to try and get a Baron buff here. We got a TP coming in from that. No, Mordekaiser will get knocked up. And does ult the Ivern to take him out, and Trine will fall to Senna. And Expedition will pick up yet another kill. They do have to back because that Tristana Ryland is at the base. Looking like he's trying to pull it off an expect game. Old times. Nami is back. Expedition is there to help support. We got the knock up. Knock up just misses. Senna looking like she's going to try and finish it off. Expedition will get the kill onto Triss. After that last fight, even with the base open, Expedition is becoming dangerous. As he sits on with 85 souls. And picking up the Infinity Edge. I mean, they're feeding just like you, Rhaegar. I had to. Meanwhile, we have Whale Immunity engaging on the Baron. Both wards, and I don't think Noc Tuah knows. Noc Tuah definitely knows now. But, and we got a little lag here. Riot Games. Small indie company. You only freeze during... I do apologize. Alright, we are back into it. Sorry about that, guys. Alrighty, we got... seems like Whale Immunity will be able to take off this Baron, and Noc Tuah will just step back. Galio pinning his arm. We got the snare on to Hurricane Ryan. Not really the person that you really want to go in all in on. Senna on this side. Meanwhile, Hurricane Ryan looking for that hook. Will find it on that Ivern. Will get knocked up. Got Galio and the ultimate coming out. Meanwhile, Hurricane Ryan will fall. Trying on the backside. Here, will ultimate. Kali will fall. Along with Galio and Ivern and Senna. Lastly, meanwhile, Sir Sandwich Man is in Trying's arm. And we have an ace going over to Whale Immunity and game 1. Alrighty, we are going to head on back to our highlight match here so you can see how things go. And we will start up drafting here very shortly.
I've heard stories of distant lands, realms I long to reach. Your voice, it beckons me to go to worlds unexplored, to leave behind my home and wander.
I've been treading water for some time, picking up the parts of all my life. Didn't get to solve it this time. How am I to break apart? Don't tell me why we can't collide. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Don't you feel it? Don't you feel it? On the break of dawn, I'll follow you to carry on. On the break of dawn, I'll follow you to carry on. I've been seeing farther in dark skies, bringing me for violence, not for a time. Following my heart, can't deny. Show you how I play no pawn. Ghosts in the night don't justify the love we lost, the love we hide. Don't you feel it? Don't you
Let's try this again with my mic not muted. Alrighty. As we get into draft here, we got Whale and Noc here coming back into the draft. We got Whale banning out Amumu and Darius, with Noc banning out Bard and Belvath pretty quickly. These first three bans seem to come out pretty quick for both teams. They must have did a little bit of drafting practice here beforehand. Pantheon being banned out on Whale immunity. And the Gragas out once again. Definitely targeting that Whale immunity top side. That will definitely lock in Pantheon, matching Hecarim with the most bans from week 1. So we should see how week 2 progresses. But we can definitely see Pantheon is definitely one of those champs that we got to keep an eye out on. Alrighty, we got the... Apologize for that. We got Jarvan and Karthus going over onto Noc Tuah and a Shaco pickup from Whale Immunity. Interesting enough. Cannon being picked up on the side of Whale Immunity as well. Just a fun, interesting stat for anyone watching. From week 1, due to Fearless, 38% of the champs weren't picked. Only 38% out of the entire week 1. So that's 170 champs that are in league, and 65 of them weren't picked in week 1. So it should be interesting to see how deep champ pools get as we move into the season. We got Poppy being picked up here, and Braum being picked up on Noc Tuah. We got the Varus and Jinx ban being being played out as well. I'll give you a pat on the back later, Rhaegar. It was a decent idea, okay? And we got the Jhin and Draven being banned out. Definitely targeting those ADC pools here. Not being able to pick up Jinx, Draven, Jhin, Varus, Lucian, Tristana, Senna. Oh, they're going to definitely have to dig deep in that ADC pool to make sure that they can actually play. Alrighty, we're going to start the prediction here for game 2 between Whale Immunity and Noc Tuah. As we have Kled being picked up and Volibear on the side of Whale Immunity. Alright, we got the Azir being picked up by Whale Immunity as their last pick. Noc Tuah looking like they're gonna see what they're gonna get here. Should be an interesting. Is that make an Azir Kennen bot lane? What are we looking like on the Whale side for bot side? This will be interesting. Meanwhile, we have the Xayah being picked up on Noc side. Looking like that will be locked in. And we will have that. Definitely an interesting matchup here for sure. And looking like we're going to have a volley top, Kennen ADC, Poppy support is what we're looking at. Alrighty, we got the votes coming out against Whale Immunity this time around. Should be pretty interesting here. As we have a Karthus mid. Interesting enough, Bobby Destroyer, Karthus mid is his main from way back. So this should be interesting to get him on his main champ, see if he can actually finally do something here. He did once peak at Diamond with the Carthus side of things, but you can definitely see from his previous games that you get him off his comfortable pick, should be interesting enough. Let's go over some of the other stats from the games, just so we can kind of see how things go. Once again, we thought Potato Farmers had the fastest game time at 17 minutes and 59 seconds. However, they did end up with the longest game time of 42 minutes and 27 seconds, which was a close call between Potato Farmers and their matchup of domestic jungle tariffs. But in saying that, the fastest game time does go off to our Retirement Rift enjoyers, as they had a time of 16 minutes and 15 seconds, and they did end up playing against Don't Do Krugs. Some honorable mentions here for folks that have done very well throughout the week. One, we have a Censored Mercy at a 17 KDA, which is one of the, not the highest, but pretty well up there. We have Guess the Number with also a 17 KDA, but we have to give it to Catbug Suit with a 32 KDA in week 1. Just golden. The support will carry, it seems. Another honorable mention for KDA support, Kyria also did fairly well at a 16.5 KDA for week 1. And we won't forget I Don't Lane, which gave out a 15.33 KDA for week 1. It's interesting to see some of the champions and bans picks as they move on. It seems to be the same from week 1 to week 2. Some of the bans carry through. This is the first time we were able to see Kali on the Rift last game. I don't think it was impactful enough to actually be there, but it was definitely decent. Now, Galio being the second most banned champ of week 1 with 6 bans across all games. Hecarim being number 1 with 7. So it should be interesting to see how things go. As we wait on for spectators delay, we'll go ahead and go through the highlight matchups, just so you can see how week 1 went, and we'll get into game shortly. as we can hear the pings coming in, let's get this game started. Actually, let's switch out these scores, as unfortunately it is incorrect here because they are on the wrong sides. Looking like we got an invade here from Noc Tuah. Looking like they're trying to pick up that level 1. There we go, as we correct the standings here. We got Sir Sandwich Man hitting that Braum Q. Cheeky the fish on Kennen. This should be quite interesting. We got the Bobby the Destroyer actually leashing for Gamerman on the J4. Meanwhile, just some farming going on here. Kennen level 1 is not the strongest, so we're definitely going to want to see maybe some early engages onto Expedition or some Sandwich Man. Those stuns can really come once he hits that level 3 power spike here. We got predictions here. It seems to be a 50-50 split between Whale Immunity and Noc Tuah. I wonder if the picks across the board, maybe the Kennen AD was a little questionable. So we should see how things go on that side of things. And of course, we got Jester coming in saying Shaco isn't too bad pick into the this team. Shaco one trick here in the chat. Starlight on Kled here, trying, just looking like he is going to get that first blood. Meanwhile, Hurricane Ryan falling fairly low, but we got Shaco 10-half here in the backside. We got the stun coming out with the cleanse from Expedition and Flash. And I did something, I forgot to pause the music. 10-half here with the Shaco. Will take off and get Expedition. Poppy does come in. Gamerman looking like they're going to try and do something here, but not really able to do much as it is a 3v2. Looking like Shaco will get fed off bot side instead, as they look to definitely punish this bot side more and more. We have a Azir down here bot side. We got a TP coming in from Karthus. That TP takes forever. Gamerman falling fairly low. Azir able to pick up the kill onto a J4. Kennen falling fairly low. Will fall to Xayah, as the rest of the team of Whale Immunity will just look to get out. Meanwhile, Braum having to burn out Flash, and Karthus just kind of doing his poke. Kled here on the fight with trying. Will lose his fearless mount, and trying will burn Flash. Only 90s kids remember ADC Kennen. I had to read that out loud. I'm sorry. That's definitely true. Let's take a look at the prediction, see if anyone else voted here. It's nope, still 480. Make sure you get those channel points in. Definitely chances to win free channels. We got Bobby Destroyer on to 10.5 with X-Gamerman, but it is a Shaco. Meanwhile, Hurricane Ryan able to get that stun, but Braum just falling to start. Cheeky Starfish and Expedition looking like he will fall next year because not much they could do, and Kennen will pick up that double kill. Seems like it's a pretty quiet time. Ten half just kind of sitting in that bush, getting poked down by that Karthus, and will Shaco back into the jungle and come out. Meanwhile, Starlight just can't seem to get anything on this Volibear, as Volibear will knock him off his steed once again and heal up and disable the turret. Meanwhile, Starlight falling quite low, not able to connect with anything on that side of things. So Bobby Destroyer. And we got a Cheeky Fish down on the bot side here. Expedition getting knocked with the Azir. Azir looking like they're going to pick up the 3 kills. J4 able to pick up Poppy and Kennen, but will fall to a Shaco. As once again, the Karthus is nowhere to be found. I should mention now, any funding or any subs that come to the ACL page will go to Season 3 prize pool, so if you have those Twitch primes or anything like that, feel free to use those up as we look to build up that prize pool a little bit more come Season 3. As well as unofficial announcement, Season 3 will be happening. Look more for once Season 2 is done, towards end of July. Alrighty, we got the knock up on Poppy here. Sir Sandwich Man on the backside here. We got Kled here, able to finish off Poppy. We got the flash over by Gamerman here, the Ignite coming out. And Kennen, a Cheeky Fish, and a flash by Braum once as well. So they were able to pick up those kills, at least on the Poppy. Got the Volibear coming under tower. We'll take a few turret shots, but not overly concerned about that, as that Volibear is pretty tanky. Karthus ult coming in. Kind of wondering where he's looking to hit with that ult, but not really doing much at all, as he is still only at 1 Dark Harvest stack. As that ultimate has a long cooldown. 10-half on Bobby Destroyer. Jarvan able to hit Poppy. Poppy will hit J4 into his ultimate, and Expedition will pick up the kill. Meanwhile, Bobby Destroyer has to back. If only he had ultimate, he probably could have finished off the Shaco there, but unfortunately he used it earlier. Meanwhile, you got the stun, and the turret will fall. But Kled will be able to click the shutdown onto Volibear, as Volibear seemed to have stepped up a wee bit too much. Meanwhile, you got the stun on Kennen with the ultimate, and Shaco there to back up, and Braum will fall to Kennen as well, as Kennen picks up a kill bot side. This Shaco definitely making some work. Makes me wish that I actually had a good Shaco like this in my games. Meanwhile, we got the flash onto Karthus here. Poppy looking like that knock up onto Bobby the Destroyer. Forcing Bobby to flash out. Meanwhile, Starlight overstaying, but will stop back. We got the root. Rylan falling to Expedition, and that'll be a shutdown onto Talia. As Noc look to come back. Slowly but surely. They do have some heavy scalers with Karthus. Karthus getting those items here can become very devastating. Meanwhile, Kennen, not so much with the ultimate. And once again, we got another ultimate coming out from Karthus. Super duper early. Yes, Zaya, my bad. Why did I say Talia? Oh, it's one of those days, boys and girls. Zaya. Yes, Zaya. Oh. This is why I'm behind the scenes. I don't like to I don't like to cast. Alrighty, we got Starlight with trying. Kind of just beating each other. Poppy going under tower to try and hit the Bobby Destroyer. Karthus. Starlight looking to engage somewhat on trying, but will lose his trusted steed and go right into the lightning storm and fall once again to the Volibear.
Turret plating will soon fall.
Seems like Karthus is popping his ultimate on repeat. Basically, not hitting much, just doing damage. Kind of being a nuisance, but not really anything much more than that. So, kind of question the one trick. Meanwhile, Azir does get knocked. We got a knock up coming in, and J4 able to hit a Hurricane Ryan, but Kennen is on the backside. Shaco falls, and Karthus picks up Kennen on top of that. If only he had ultimate, he could have picked up a Hurricane Ryan as well, but seems to use it at the worst possible times. Meanwhile, top tower has fallen to trying. Misplay by Will Immunity under that turret dive. We now have Karthus with Blackfire Torch. And 4 Dark Harvest stacks. Looking like we were going to have a fight over here on Rift, trying on the bot side with matching Karthus. Meanwhile, 10.5 is starting the Rift. You got Braum and J4 just trying to hit those towers. Karthus clears just so much. We got the ultimate coming in from Karthus, and then we got the TP coming in as well. Meanwhile, you got Shaco clone dying, Volibear in the backside, and Kled just getting stun locked, not being able to do anything. Meanwhile, Expedition not able to do much there. Will pick off Kennen and will fall to Azir. Meanwhile, Karthus not able to pick up anyone. Kennen the only one falling in that last team fight. Sir Sandwich Man able to pick out Hurricane Ryan, but will take the full damage from Hurricane Ryan's Q. Will get knocked right into the wall. As they look to set up Dragon here shortly. Just some ward clearing, and we got Rylan just poking out Bobby. The Karthus not really able to do much, as Whale Immunity looks to clear vision and secure that dragon. And we got the Karthus R coming in once again, not hitting Shaco and doing very minimal damage to the team. As we got Kled coming in, looking like they're going to engage onto this Volibear. Volibear will hit the backside onto Expedition, will fall to Braum. Meanwhile, you got J4 on the backside with his ult, hitting the clone and will fall as well. Rylan able to TP down and be there for the team. Meanwhile, Kennen ultimate will finish off the last two, and Azir will pick up the double kill. As they secure Dragon and take bot turret on top of that. Kind of have to ask yourself, what does Noc Tuah need to do to get themselves back into this game? It definitely seems like these engages aren't working out for them because they are always outnumbered. Looking like they're going to try and get onto Starlight's able to hit the Lightning Storm and the stun, as well as the heal. Meanwhile, we'll hit that other Lightning Storm, and Gamerman is there to back him up. Don't know if it'll be enough, as they do both look to knock him up, but Starlight does get his trusty steed back, but will take Jarvan, which when you look at the end state of this game, Atacon has spawned bot side, so this means that Whale Immunity will take Atacon free of charge. Once again, we have another Karthus ult coming in. Not really doing much. Meanwhile, we got Poppy engaging onto Expedition. Shaco there with the Poppy. As Expedition will ult and flash out. Ryland. We got the turret there. That's dangerous. As J4 Gamerman will just fall as he jumps in and dies to his ear. As this game goes on, more and more, kind of question yourself. Meanwhile, Cheeky the Fish, in a bad position, will give the kill over to Daya. Meanwhile, Bobby the Destroyer looking to try and kill Ryland, not quite able to. Does he have the ultimate to finish it? No, he does not, because he misplayed. We got the engage onto trying here, but Poppy able to negate that engage. Meanwhile, Gamerman on the backside here. Starlight falling pretty low, will fall, and trying will look to try and secure the double kill. Meanwhile, Expedition looking to finish off the Volibear. Braum will steal that as they look to try and chase down Poppy, but Poppy will escape. As Will Immunity is just walking around and looking like they're gonna come and try and secure this Karthus. Starlight will get hit by that lightning storm with the ultimate. Stud coming in. This Volibear with the build, able to just keep spamming those abilities, makes him very unkillable. Ryland getting the knock up from Gamerman, and Gamerman will fall. Braum will get the knock up, and Ryland will pick up yet again another kill. Yet again, ultimate used by Karthus too early. I should be a little nicer to the Karthus. Maybe he's using it to get preemptive damage on for the team, but it just doesn't seem to be doing the damage that it needs to be doing. I feel like if you're going to bring out Karthus and ACL, you need to play it solo queue. Grab those kills as much as possible. Shaco will secure yet again another Mountain Drake, making the enemy team for Will quite tanky. TP coming in, Expedition looking like he will dodge out on the R from Azir, but take massive damage. Meanwhile, you got the engage here, 10 half, looking like he's going to try and come in. Will fall to Braum. Poppy will knock them all back here. Expedition in a bad spot here. Poppy looking like they're going to try and re-engage, but Expedition able to secure the kill from Poppy thanks to their friend Kled. Meanwhile, Kennen will just auto-attack the Starlight to death as Azir just comes in and cleans up. Meanwhile, you got Volibear on the backside here, looking to try and finish off Gamerman. Xayah here to come help. Will get stunned by Trying. Will fall to Trying's ultimate as he jumps right there on her face. Game 1 seemed much closer, comparable. Whale Immunity just seems to be walking all over Noc Tuah. Meanwhile, Hurricane Ryan able to hit on Surge's Sandwich Man and keep Jarvan from coming in. We've got TP coming in from Volibear, looking like they're going to push up mid lane here as it is the last inhib to fall. And Gamerman just taking all that damage. As Azir is just a menace that they can't seem to deal with. And Whale Immunity looking to finish off Game 2. Secure their win. Their first of group stages. Meanwhile, Volibear does fall. However, you got an ultimate coming out from Karthus, able to do some damage, but not enough. Meanwhile, you got Expedition here. A dangerous spot. Hurricane Ryan able to knock him down. Azir just in the backside, able to just continuously just auto. And that will be Game 2 to Whale Immunity. Alrighty. I feel like we need to bring in Cheeky the Fish. I think it's only fair. We gotta ask about the Kennen.
Hello?
How's it going?
Oh, it's going alright.
How did you feel about that last game?
Sorry, what'd you say?
How do you feel about that last game?
Well, honestly, the game itself went pretty well. I was pretty tilted in draft, to be honest. I've mentioned this before, but I hate playing with Shaco. I've said this to the team, so...
But apparently
Just,
the Shaco did quite well this time around.
Yeah, no, it ended up being okay. It had some good boxes there that let the Azir hit, so...
Yeah.
So the whole cannon thing was just kind of provide space for the Azir to hit.
Uh-huh.
They can't really dive on. I just hit ult and get a perma stun.
Well, exactly.
Holy shit, I'm getting...
And then the Kennen pick was because of the Shaco, right?
Yeah.
The tilted Kennen pick seemed to have been the issue that made Noc Tuah lose Game 1 quite drastically. So it's interesting to see.
Yeah, no, big Reckless fan. So I've played it a fair amount back when it was actually playable. So
okay.
I'm pretty comfortable on it. So I wasn't feel like I was trolling too hard with the pick.
Well, not too hard, just hard and just a little bit, right?
Yeah, just to let the team know we're not playing Shaco ever again.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. Do you have anything else that you'd like to say to any of the ACL viewers or anything like that?
Yeah, I've gotten about 50 DMs from my support saying to compliment him, so I just want to shout him out. He's very solid player, good friend of mine. Uh, he's very persistent on that, so I just want to give him a quick shout out.
Well, of course. Speaking from a fellow support man, you gotta shout out your
Yeah,
support. You know, bot doesn't get done without the supports.
that's true. He's very
And
important.
I know we have like our very first subscriber I want to shout out because, you know, Lindsay definitely knows all about the support main side of things. So we'll keep going with that.
Yeah.
All right. Appreciate you all, guys. Thank you for coming in. And let's go ahead and see if we can finally raid someone. Appreciate you,
Perfect.
Cheeky. Enjoy.
Thanks for the cast.
You're welcome. Alrighty, let's see if we can't actually do a raid for the first time ever. Because every time I've tried, it always seemed to have messed up. So I think I've fixed everything. So we should see if this actually works this time around here. If it does, I already know who we're going to go ahead. I just need to make sure that this is good. If you're able to, should be able to. And unfortunately, it does not work. So we're just gonna go ahead and end stream. Appreciate you all for coming out. And as far as it goes, until next time.